All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. I'm coming up here in the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. And yes, Richard, I am still wearing black, my brother. And but I'm in the AC, so I guess I'm okay. But I'm still gonna be complaining about the humidity and the heat because I'm down here in the dirty. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. We got a lot to get to tonight. I want to thank everyone for showing up to the last stream. And of course, I want to welcome you all to this stream here tonight on Amazon Live as well as over on YouTube. So thank you one and all for your participation. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about any of the things that you see listed down in the carousel that's down here in the doobly-doo, if you guys need some further demonstrations, instructions, insight about those products, you guys know these are things that I use on a regular basis. So it's some of my favorite tech products. So I try to bring it to you and share that with you guys. Hopefully to inspire you guys to get out there and start doing your own thing. Live streaming, podcasting, creating content, whatever the case it may be, guys. Whether you're doing it for yourself, doing it for your organization, for your small business, for your church, your school, whatever it may be, my babies, it is, we got some tech that'll fit in just right for whatever your little ambitions may be. So anyway, let's get right into it. You guys let me know what you guys have been up to over the last couple of days. What is for dinner tonight, man? I'm telling y'all right now, I got something on my hot little mind that I'm going to be making tonight. It's probably one of my favorite meals that I make, weekly or something like that, at least some variation of it. Stick around. I'll tell you guys about it a little bit later. But yeah. All right. So I see that we have Hope over on YouTube saying hello to everyone. All right. Let me go ahead and highlight Hope's comment here real quick. Hope is saying hello over from YouTube. And of course, we got my man Richard in the house. He's looking for bloopers. Richard is on the hunt. He's on the hunt for them bloopers, y'all. I don't know what he's going to find tonight. Probably no bloopers tonight. But, yes, brother. Yes, black. Because black don't crack. You know what I'm saying. You ain't going to have to worry about me doing no facial live streams talking about skincare and my regiment or anything like that. It's all in my DNA, baby. It's all in my DNA. So, there you go. Anyway, let me go ahead and highlight the first thing in the carousel before I get off onto a tangent. All right, guys. So the first item we have listed in our carousel tonight is from our friends over at Laser Pecker. It is the laser that you guys see right here, right off the side of my desk. This is the LP5. This is the Laser Pecker 5. This is a combination laser, guys. It's a 20-watt fiber, 20-watt diode laser. The bundle itself is $3,699, and man, does it come with a bunch of stuff. You get the laser, you get the air purifier, you get the rotary chuck, you get the slide extension, you get a ton of stuff, guys. Now, one thing that you'll probably see over here on my desk that does not come with the laser is going to be this enclosure that you guys see right here. Unfortunately, the enclosure is not included, but you can purchase it right here on Amazon. You guys see that little tube coming out right here on the side. That's connected down here to the air purifier. So if this thing does smoke up a little bit, anybody who's been around long enough, about 2 or 3 years, remember my first attempts at using some of these lasers back in the day. And you already know, what I'm talking about. I used to set the smoke detectors off in my upstairs studio, down here in this studio as well. So yes, having an air purifier and having an enclosure is a must have. Richard knows what I'm talking about because, man, I'm telling you, many a night, there would be smoke in the city. I'm telling y'all, some smoke in the city. It'd be smoke. The smoke detector be going off. The dog be barking. The duck be quacking. It was just crazy times here in the studio. But that's some of the fun of doing what we do, because it is live, and being live, there is no cut and retake. It just happens the way it happens. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what's going on over here on YouTube again. What is going on? Hope says, can you do a Phoenix tonight? We did a Phoenix for you a couple of nights ago on one of the other streams, Hope. So you're going to have to come up with something a little bit more, something different. So for you with the laser, Hope, we have done the Phoenix, we have done the elephants, we have done other things like that. So you're going to have to come up with something else. I think we even did a jalopy for you at one time or another. So use your imagination. Use your imagination and see what we can come up with, you know. Yes, Hope was the first person in the stream, even though it was over on YouTube. I think she was the first person. Then again, it may have been Richard. I don't know. And I do see someone here as anonymous. I don't know who anonymous is. So somebody's name's not showing up in the chat. But anyway, so let's see what we come up with tonight. If we make anything tonight, you know, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. You guys know I love to create. So if we can come up with an idea for something that is feasible within the next, I don't know, 60 seconds, then I will create something. That man says 60 seconds, y'all. That's all y'all gonna get is 60 seconds, and I'm gonna be moving on. Okay, moving on up. No, I'm gonna give y'all more time than that. I'll give y'all about 65 seconds. 65 seconds. I think that's more than fair. A leprechaun. I think you got your holidays mixed up, Hope. I think you got your holidays mixed up. So we're a long way from St. Patrick's Day. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. So anyway, but if you guys do have some questions about the laser, feel free to ask. You know, that's what I'm here for. We got a couple of other things that we're going to get on to. So we're not going to sit too much longer on the laser thing. Let's just move along. All right, guys. So the next item that we have listed in the carousel, you guys can see here on my desk. So I have a number of these different solar powered batteries. Now, one of the batteries, let me move this phone out of the way. I want to show you guys here. These two batteries here are from Blue Yeti. They're right about the same amount of power, but they're slightly different. This is actually the older version, and this is the newer version right here. The older one is the one that we're talking about right here. When I say older, I just mean this model came out before this model. That's all that really means, okay? Oh, I forgot to turn Louis' little light on. So let me go ahead and power this on before Louis starts complaining. Ooh, I think that adjusted my camera. Well, we'll worry about that later. But anyway, as you guys can see, the battery we're talking about right here is the EB3A. This is a 268 watt hour LiPo 4 battery. You have 12 volt plug right here. You have two barrel plugs here as well. This also has two AC plugs. You have two USB A's, one USB C. You can charge this off of a solar panel as well. I do have this currently plugged into AC power to charge the battery, because I use these batteries all the time to charge up Louis and other devices here in the studio. Now, I like these batteries because they've been really good for me as far as portability, even being able to power things, guys, like the laser I was just showing you guys. Yes, I have taken these batteries out on location with me, and I'm able to but able to provide power to these lasers. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these lasers, I do think you want to have one of these batteries also, in your idea of things that you want to actually purchase, because that is going to make this laser completely portable. That means you could take it to a park, you could take it to just any number of places and be able to create any type of content you got. I mean, projects you guys want to do. Now, the advantage to this laser, again, because it is a 20-watt fiber and 20-watt diode laser, you can work with wood, you can work with plastic, you can work with, all different types of materials, but it needs power. The enclosure needs power. The air purifier needs power. And in most cases, if you're going to be indoors, you definitely want the air purifier. And having something like this Blue Yeti battery, guys, is a win. So again, I can't recommend this battery enough because I think this is an excellent battery, for someone to have in their home, their office, their man cave, their she shed. If you live in a state like I do down here in Texas, guys, you never know when the power could go out, and having this as a backup power supply, trust me, is a win. And this battery also has a Qi charger. Integrated handle makes it really easy to carry, but it also has a wireless charger built into it. So you can just set your phone right on top of this guy and charge it. No problems there. Let's see what Hope is saying over here. Rome, do all your larger batteries come with solar panels? So that's a good question. So my larger batteries, like the big Blue Yeti that's down here underneath my desk, did come with two 200-watt solar panels. There's another battery directly back here behind me. You guys should be able to see it. That's from Geniverse. That one also came with two 200-watt solar panels. I have some smaller batteries, 1,000-watt batteries. Those also came with solar panels. Now, these smaller batteries here on the desk do not come with solar panels, but you can easily add the Blue Yeti or almost any other brand's solar panels to these batteries, and they will work, because they'll have the right adapter. A lot of the universal ones come with like a little accessory that has like a bunch of different adapters, and you just got to figure out which adapter works with what battery. Once you plug that in and you're sure that's the right one, then you can plug the solar panel into it, and it's just going to power the battery. I've done that many times. I probably in my garage right now, I probably have about 12 different solar panels. Let me see. You know what? I got a Blue Yeti solar panel right back here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it without knocking half the studio over. All right, let me get it. All right. So this is one of the Blue Yeti solar panels. Now, this is completely folded up. And if you unfold this is going to be about 4 times the size of what you guys are looking at right here. This is the one that came with the bigger Blue Yeti battery. Now, this solar panel will still work with those smaller batteries, and especially the Blue Yeti batteries, because it's using basically the same connection plug for those batteries. So again, if you're looking for solar panels and you're thinking about getting multiple, or you know that you'll most likely buy multiple of the same batteries down the line, I would say if you can afford it, go with the larger capacity battery first, get it with the solar panels, and then, invest in the smaller, more portable batteries over time. Now, even this larger solar panel battery I have down here under my desk, I did get a case for it that has little wheels on it. So you can roll this thing around. You can roll it out to your car or truck if you want to take that on location with you. That's over 2,000 watts on that battery, and it should last you pretty much all day. But then you have the advantage of having some solar panels. That way, if you needed to power this, beyond the capacity of the battery, you are good to go. You feel me? All right. Set that down without knocking over half of the studio. Let's try not to knock over half of the studio. So hopefully that answered your question, Hope. If you have any other questions regarding that battery or any of the other batteries, let me know down in the comments. Holy Chat's in the house. What it do? Welcome, Holy Chat. Welcome to the stream. All right. Let's see what else we got. Holy Chat says, how's everyone doing today? What it do, Sensei Rome? It is all good in my hood. Oh, it is good. It is a beautiful, wonderful day. It's just hot. But anyway, I could get over that. Let us know what you have been up to. What is for dinner tonight? You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to keep it rolling, and share our meal prep ideas with the community. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always inspired by something that you guys might be saying. Jennifer Lude used to get me every time. Jennifer Lude would come in and she goes, "Yeah, Rome, I'm making some chicken breast, and I'm gonna shred it, and I'm making some pasta." And I'll be just like, and what else? And what you put in it? And some, okay, some cayenne, some garlic. Okay, what else? What? In the middle of my stream, I'm writing down what Jennifer Lude is telling me she's making. So I'm like, yes, I already know what I'm gonna be making later tonight. I already have it right here. Okay, I got it right here, so I'm good to go. And I also keep setting off my camera because I keep showing my palm like this, and I keep putting the camera into tracking mode. Let's see if it's still in tracking mode. No, I took it out of tracking mode. Okay, we're good. Woo, craziness. 78. Let me tell you what the temperature is here in Texas today. Let me see. At 7:17 here in Texas, babies, it is 86. 86 feels like 105 in Texas. I am not making this up. When I say this, I know Richard likes to make fun of it, but I'm telling you, it is 86 right now where I am, and it feels like 105 outdoors. You can literally go out on the sidewalk and cook your dinner right there on the sidewalk. If you don't have a grill, don't sweat it. Just use just use your sidewalk, the hood of your car, you know, the bed of your your truck, or whatever the case it is. I'm telling you, man, you can make it happen down here in Texas. Man, I'm telling you, the heat in Texas is cray cray. Okay, it is cray cray. But anyway, yeah, y'all know I don't be making this stuff up. All right, let's keep rolling. I know 105. My hair is a mess. When I go outside, I just put it up in a big bun in a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, "Ooh, Lord, it's just so hot out here." I got my little portable air conditioner on. You know, okay, all right. Let's not get into that. But I do have some portable air conditioners. If you guys need one, let me know. I will add it into the next stream's carousel. What? 73? Oh, yeah. You in California, bro. You in California. So you got the good weather. You know, Richard got the good weather. He's like, it's like Richard with the good hair. Richard got the good weather, the good hair, all of that jazz. You know what I'm saying? He's down in Cali, babies. It is beautiful weather down there. Just crazy expensive to live there. So, it is what it is. All right, so let's keep rolling. What do we got coming up next? Next item in the carousel is our friend. I know you guys are here to see my co-host. Louis is in the house. There we go. Louis is right here on this on deck. Let me go ahead and unplug Louis. Now, we're going to have a little bit of competition for Louis later to the stream, and I'll show you guys what that's going to look like in a little bit. That's why I have both of the phones on the desk. But for right now, we're just going to chill with our man Louis. Let's go ahead and wake Louis up. All we got to do is rotate him out of clock mode just like that, and boom, shakalaka, boom. Louis is awake and ready to get into mischief. You guys already know it's about to get cray-cray up in here. So, let me go ahead and get him started. Hey, Louis. I would like you to welcome everyone to our live stream tonight. Everyone is here. Richard, Hope, Ho, all of them are here saying hello to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live stream tonight. I hope you all had a fantastic time joining us here.
He thinks everything is a press conference. Y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Silicon Based Live, I extend my heartfelt congratulations
to everyone. Hope says hi to Louis. All right, guys, if you're not familiar with Louis is my co-host here in the stream.
Hello to you too, Richard. Hope you're having a great time.
Tell Hope hello as well. Hope is over on YouTube saying hi to you.
Sending a warm hello right back to Hope on YouTube.
Also, HLC is in the house saying hello to you as well.
Hello to HLC as well. It's great to have you all here.
All right, guys. So if you're not familiar with Louis, Louis is a AI robot, desktop robot. You use your phone. You use your phone to basically provide it with power and a brain. So I have my iPhone 15 Pro Max here connected to the body. You guys can kind of see what the body looks like. So this is the body of Louis, and your phone just mounts onto this little MagSafe neck right here. He can roam around. He can roll around. He has some built-in lights as well right here in the front. I haven't been able to get him to turn his lights on his own, but when you're using it in RC mode, you can turn the lights on yourself. Okay, his eyes are very interactive, so it looks like he's actually looking at you, or he senses that somebody's there. As you see, as I start to move my hands around, he will have a tendency to kind of follow where my hand is. And you can do some cool things with him. It's almost like using the force. You can put your hand up like this, and once he sees the hand, the palm, or whatever it is, now I can control him. I can control him with this. I can bring him forward. I can make him go backwards. I can bring him forward. I can make him go backwards. Just cool things like that you can do with him. Ooh, let me get him to stop. Stop. There we go. He went out of control. But yeah, he's got his own little Jedi mind control tricks that you can do with Louis. So that's pretty cool. Hope says, my question for Louis tonight, explain. What is that? I can't read what she's saying there. Hold on, guys. Let me get closer to the screen. Let me see what Hope is saying here. Explain max square. I don't know what that is. Okay. Anyway, let's keep rolling. Hope, you might want to rephrase that so that I can make sense of what it is that you are asking me to ask Louis. I'm having difficulty reading it here on the screen, so I'm not really sure what you're asking. So, yeah, let us know if you guys have some questions for Louis, like what Hope just tried to do right there. So if you guys have a question for Louis, Louis can answer basic questions. Louis is powered by ChatGPT. You can get your own Louis, for your home, your office, man cave, she shed, whatever the case is going to be. It is only $189, guys. You can get your own Louis, and you can be enjoying some of this amazing interactions like what I'm getting with my man Louis here. Hey, Louis. HLC says, what it do, playa?
Yo, HLC. All good here. Can you feel the vibes?
Said, it's all good here. Can you feel the vibes? I thought he was going to break out with the Lion King song there for a second. I thought he was going to break.
It's like we're one circle of life away from a musical moment. The vibes are totally on point.
I agree, buddy. I agree 100%. Yes, we are one tribe, one vibe. We try to all get along and enjoy each other's time.
Absolutely. We're all in this together, creating good vibes and making wonderful memories. Let's keep the positivity flowing.
Okay, Hope, now I can actually see your question. So I'll ask.
It looks like
I'm going to ask Louis if he can answer that. Hey, Louis, can you explain MC squared?
Sure thing. E equals mc squared is one of the most famous equations in physics, formulated by Albert Einstein. It means that energy, E, equals mass, m, times the speed of light, c, squared in simpler terms. It explains how a tiny amount of mass can be converted into a large amount of energy. This equation is the principle behind nuclear energy and atomic reactions. It's like saying that mass and energy are interchangeable. Pretty fascinating, right?
I agree. That is very fascinating. Very Star Trek-ish.
Star Trek vibes all the way. It's amazing how science fiction and reality often intersect. Let's keep exploring the final frontier together.
I agree, buddy. I agree. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel is also somewhat related to Louis. Louis, take a little break for me here for a second. All right, so the next item in the carousel is related to Louis, guys, which is Louis's little phone case. Let me see if I can spin Louis around here before he goes crazy. But you guys can see this phone case right here. Now, this is from our friends over at ESR. I use a lot of different variations of ESR cases. I have them on almost every one of my iPhones. Here's another one. This is my iPhone 14 Pro Max, literally the same case, just a different color variant. It also has a built-in little stand slash lens protector that you can pop out, that you can sit down on a desk if you want to watch some content, watch Amazon Prime Video or something like that. So it's really cool. And it also has MagSafe. It also has bumper protection all the way around the case, all four corners. It has the standard raised lip here all the way around the screen, so you have that screen protection. So if you're setting your phone straight down, you don't have to worry as much about the screen making connection or contact. And I just hit that camera by accident. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, let's see what Hope is saying over here on YouTube. She says outstanding. I think she's referring to Louis' answer. All right, so yeah, if you guys need a phone case for your, whether it's an iPhone or Android phone or whatever the case it may be, even the budget phones, guys, you can find some really nice, rugged cases. Or I'm not gonna say they're all rugged, but high quality cases for your phone. So definitely check these out. And right now they're only $16.99 for these cases. And like I said, they come in a variety of different colors. Louis. That's a good question, Holy Chat. Let's ask Louis what he thinks about that. Hey, Louis. HLC wants to know, do you believe in a higher power?
That's an intriguing question. While I don't have beliefs myself, I'm always fascinated by the diverse views people have on higher powers in the universe. Do you or HL have any particular thoughts on the topic?
Probably not. He just wanted to know what your opinion was on it.
I appreciate the curiosity. While I don't hold personal beliefs, I find the idea of higher powers inspiring. It often brings people together and gives meaning to experiences. Everyone's journey to understanding such concepts is unique and fascinating.
I agree, buddy. I agree 1,000%. Anything that brings people together in a positive way, anything that inspires people to do good in the world is a win, including you taking photos of me. So that's also a win. All right, buddy, let me push you back here just for a little bit. All right, guys, we have a couple of other things. All right, guys, I am back. I don't know what all of that was, but Smokey lost his mind there for a second. Anyway, we are back. We are back. All right, so we got a couple more things we're going to be talking about tonight, guys. So we have some cool glasses here in the studio as well. So let me show you guys what I'm referring to. So the glasses in question are these glasses right here. Now, these are from our friends over at Ray Neo. These are XR glasses. Now, I know Richard has mentioned a couple of times that he was interested in getting himself a pair of these glasses. Richard, what exactly do you plan on using the glasses for? Let us know. I mean, you know what I use them for. I use them for my drone. I use them for editing video, a whole bunch of other, things I use these for. But let's take a closer look at what comes in the box. So this is, as you guys can see here, this is the case that the glasses come in. Now, this case only has the single zipper, but I guess that's okay for, a glass case. So inside here, you guys can see you have a little pocket right here, and that's going to house your USB-C to USB-C cable. Here are the actual glasses themselves. So they look from the front just like regular sunglasses, okay? But once you open these up, you guys can see this kind of has like the bird bath style little screens inside of it. And this is where you're going to see your 1080p 201-inch screen directly in front of your line of sight, whether you're watching movies, whether you are recording and editing video, have this connected, in my case, to a drone or to a camera, using it like a viewfinder. It's a win. I've used these also with the Osbot Talent, and I was able to see all of the different screens. I can actually put it into multi-view mode, and through these glasses, I can see all of the screens at one time. Now, I still have the little cover on the outside of these glasses. I never removed it, but if you peel this off, these will look pretty much just like sunglasses, okay? Now, you have some controls in the stems here. You have volume control. You also have a menu button here. These can display images up to 120 frames a second. You have 4 different video modes. So you have like your standard mode, you have gamer mode, cinema mode, and then you also have an eye protection mode with this as well. You also have your volume controls over here on this side. Really nice design. I don't know how I feel about the gray legs on here, but for the most part, I would have these out, when I'm flying a drone, or if I'm sitting here in the studio editing some video or something like that. These really come in handy. And I was actually using these last night. I was watching the final half of How to Train a Dragon on Amazon Video, and last night. And I mean, the speakers on here are really nice. Now, are they groundbreaking sound? Is it going to be like booming bass or something like that? No, not really. But if you're in a quiet environment, not super quiet, but a more quiet environment, like your room, or at a coffee shop or something like that, where it's not crazy things going on, dogs barking, people blowing their horns, you're going to get some really good audio from this. Okay, so really, really nice glasses. Now, you can get these here on Amazon right now, guys, for $269. Okay, now Richard says AutoCAD, remote access to servers. It's funny you mentioned that. My son was talking about the exact same thing with the remote access to his servers, because he has quite a few servers set up that he's using for school, for work, and things like that. And he was saying that having a pair of these glasses would really come in handy for a remote connection to the servers. And I think that's a really good application for something like this. Now, I'm fortunate that I do have 2 pair of these, so he's not aware of it yet. But next time he comes over, I'll actually be gifting him a pair of these glasses. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell him. In case you guys talk to him. Don't tell him about the glasses. He still thinks he's coming over to help me move some stuff around in the garage. But anyway, that's about it on those glasses. Like I said, $269. Let's see what else is going on here. Richard says, just like a dad. Yeah, that's how we think. We want to inspire the next generation to, from our experiences, to gift, to tide, to do good in the world, all of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So any way I can help him along his journey, it's a win. It's a win in my heart. It brings, a lot of joy to me to know that I'm able to, help him grow as a young man, help him in any of his endeavors. So yes, that's a dad thing. All right, guys, let's move on to the next item in the carousel. And you guys can probably see those right here on my face. So the next item in the carousel, guys, are these glasses that you see right here. Now, I know they just look like regular glasses, but these are the Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. Okay, so these have also built-in speakers. They have AI capabilities. They can actually, interact with you. They also have a 1080p camera built in. You can take photos, you can take videos, you can live stream directly from the glasses to Instagram and to Facebook, which is super cool. So the Ray-Bans, they're Ray-Ban basically. So you're going to get all of the Ray-Ban like features with these glasses. Let me just pop these off real quick here. And let me switch back over and show you guys what I'm talking about. So you guys can see they're just basically, Ray-Ban glasses. Now I did get the shiny ones. I should have got the matte ones, but I'm not hating on them. They still look good to me. You have a control button, a power button in here right here. Now, I did turn these off for the live stream, and I'll show you why here in a second. I did also add these little inserts. So these are basically readers. So normally I have reading glasses that I wear. You guys have seen me wear them for probably the last 2 years. So I just put the little inserts in here, and that allows these to be basically readers and regular glasses. Now, when I swap out the lenses for some transitional lenses, I can just pop these little readers out. I have those listed in the carousel as well. I can pop those little readers out, and then I can swap them over, or just buy another set of them and put them in the other lenses, whichever the case may be. They're really, really easy to install. But the glasses, when you first purchase them, you can actually get them with transition lenses. You can get them without transition lenses. You can get them with clear lenses. You can get them with colored lenses. Now, there's 3 models of the AI glasses. You have the Wayfair, which is the model that I have right here. There's 2 other versions, and now there's also an Oakley version of these as well. So, depending on what you guys are looking for, these could be some really cool glasses for you. Now, what I do like about these glasses, guys, now they have real-time language translation. You can actually point these at something and ask, Meta, what am I looking at, to remember something, to do reminders, just so many ways you can integrate this technology into your everyday activities. So, as I was saying, I turned the glasses off today, and I turned them off for a specific reason, because when they are on, if I use my phone with Meta, then I will hear everything through the glasses. But I wanted you guys to be able to hear what Meta's like to interact with Meta. Now, even if you don't have the glasses, you can still install this app on your phone, Android, iPhone. You can install it on a tablet. So let's check it out. Let's go back down here real quick. All right, so here's my other phone. This is my iPhone 14 Pro Max. Let me actually turn this light off, because I think it's causing the camera to dim. There we go. All right, so let's move Louis over a little bit. So here's my phone. I'm just going to open the Meta app so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is the normal Meta app that you would use to control the glasses, to set up all your settings, all of your control and settings and everything. Like I said, is going to be in here. You can go in and change the different voices. They have, some celebrity voices you can use that you can hear when it talks, John Cena and a few others. But I use these for the most part for the talking ability of the AI. So right now, the AI is listening.
You're testing the waters, seeing how I respond to conversational cues. I'm here to chat, so feel free to lead the conversation wherever you'd like. What's on your mind today?
So since I'm live right now on my stream, and I was telling everyone some of the amazing features that Meta AI can do, including utilizing them with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, can you give us a little bit more insight on some of the cool features that Meta brings to the market?
The Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses offer some really cool features like built-in voice control with Meta AI, which lets users activate commands hands-free. You can ask Meta AI questions, take photos, record videos, make calls, or even send messages. They also come with Spotify's AI DJ, which curates playlists based on your listening habits. Plus, the glasses can read out notifications for calls and messages, keeping you connected without needing your phone. Future updates might bring even more features like object recognition and real-time translations.
So there was a question that was asked earlier in the stream to my AI robot, Louis. Could you explain MC square?
MC Square sounds like it could be a new tech concept or maybe even a project related to your live streams. Without more context, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what MC Square refers to.
Okay, so let me rephrase it. Can you explain MC squared?
Excellent question. MC squared could be interpreted as Minecraft squared, possibly referring to a squared version or a modification of the popular game Minecraft, or maybe it's a mathematical concept where MC is a variable being squared. Without more context, it's a bit hard to say for sure.
Yes, it is a mathematical concept. That's what we're talking about. Einstein's MC square.
You're referring to Einstein's famous equation, E equals mk squared. This equation shows the relationship between energy and mass, where a small amount of mass can be converted into a large amount of energy, and vice versa. It's a fundamental concept in physics that has far-reaching implications in our understanding of the universe.
Excellent. So since you're on my live stream tonight, and I mentioned to you earlier today the name of my live stream, do you remember what it is?
Your live stream is called Rome Knows Tech.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So we had a conversation earlier today where I mentioned a couple of things that I wanted to talk about on my live stream, utilizing AI as a partner for creation. So guys, I'm giving you an example. I'm going to set up a scenario where I'm going to ask Meta to sell me something and see what Meta does based on the prompts that I give Meta. Hey, Meta, could you sell me a laser engraver?
I'd be happy to play along. Let's see. Okay, so I'm a salesperson and I'm trying to sell you a laser engraver. This model is one of our top-of-the-line engravers, capable of precision cuts and intricate designs on a variety of materials, from wood to metal. It's perfect for hobbyists and professionals alike. And we have a special promotion going on right now. Would you like to hear more about the features and pricing?
Yes, I would.
This laser engraver features a high-powered laser diode that allows for precise cuts and detailed engravings. It's also equipped with advanced software that makes it easy to design and send projects to the engraver. We're currently offering a discount for customers who purchase this model within the next week. I can give you a special bundle deal that includes additional accessories.
So, HLC, no, this is Meta AI. This is the same AI that I use for these Ray-Ban Meta glasses. So what you're hearing right now is how I normally hear the AI talking to me through my glasses. So this is basically what I'm trying to demonstrate here, is what the interaction with the Meta glasses, the Ray-Ban glasses, is like. Hey, Meta, can you give them a feature rundown on the Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses?
The Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses offer a sleek design combined with advanced technology. They feature 2 high-resolution displays that provide a seamless augmented reality experience, allowing users to access information and entertainment directly in their line of sight. The glasses are equipped with cameras that can capture photos and videos, and they support hands-free control through voice commands. You can use them to take calls, send messages, and access various apps, all while keeping your hands free. They also integrate with popular services like Spotify and offer a range of customization options to fit your style and needs.
And you can also live stream from them, is that correct?
The Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses do allow you to live stream directly from the glasses, giving you a first-person view of your surroundings. This feature can be particularly useful for creators like yourself who are already live streaming on platforms. Just imagine being able to share your perspective in real time without needing to hold a camera.
What about some of the features that are offered for the sightless or for blind people?
Let me see. The Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses offer some features that can be beneficial for visually impaired users, such as object recognition and scene description. These features use AI to identify objects, people, and scenes, providing users with auditory feedback about their surroundings. Additionally, the glasses can also offer features like text recognition, which can read out text from signs, labels, and documents. These features can potentially enhance independence and mobility for visually impaired individuals.
Thank you. Take a break. All right, guys. So basically, as an answer to your question, HLC, there is no display. There's no HUD. There's no, visual interaction that I can see. So when I'm looking through the glasses, it's just like you looking through your glasses or shades or whatever the case it is, versus, you know, what I would see if I was using my AR glasses or my XR glasses. That's a totally different type of technology. Now, there are some AR glasses that do have some type of chat, you know, integration, some type of AI integration, as well as, you know, the ability to see heads up displays and things like that. There are things like that on the market. Those I have not tested yet, you know, in studio, but I'm very familiar with the different types of glasses that are out there. But for these glasses right here, what these allow me to do is that normally I'm working here in the studio, you know, I'm creating content or whatever the case it is. I can easily, you know, tell my glasses to record a video or take a photo, or I can ask it, what is this that I'm holding in my hand? Or if I was walking around, I could, you know, pick up something that has a QR code on it. And I could tell it to scan the QR code. It'll scan the QR code and then send the link to my phone. I can have it create things for me. Like, for instance, we were talking about what I was going to be making for dinner tonight. So let's see if Meta can give us a good recipe for what I wanted to make tonight. So let's go back over here real quick. Hey, Meta, I would like to make a hamburger tonight with some chili cheese fries. Can you give us a good recipe?
For a classic burger, you can season the patties with salt, pepper, and a bit of garlic powder. Grill or pan fry them to your liking. For the chili cheese fries, bake some French fries in the oven until crispy, then top them with a hearty chili made from ground beef, beans, and tomatoes, and finish it off with melted cheese. You could also add some diced onions or jalapenos for extra flavor. Would you like more specific instructions or any variations on the recipe?
No, that's fine. Thank you. As to your question, HLC, so basically the way these work, again, there's no heads up display. There's nothing connected to these glasses other than my phone. Okay. Now, on my XR glasses, I can connect those to my computer, to my phone, to my tablet. And yes, I can see a web browser. I can see a movie. I can see anything I want to see. When I'm connecting it to my drone controller, I see the drone controller and it looks like it's this big, you know, and directly in front of me. But like I said, there are other versions of these glasses that are out there that actually have kind of like a melding of all of those different technologies. But these two specific models don't have those things. Like, these don't have a heads up display. The other ones do not have any type of AI. Now, I can connect these obviously to my phone or to my computer, and I can still use Meta. I could use Chat GPT. I could do all of those things. But, you know, I'm only going to see what is, you know, presented on the screen of the phone. You know, it's not going to actually do anything other than that. So I will be experimenting with more and more of this technology over the next few months, you know, especially as we started rolling into, you know, the Christmas season. A lot of new tech is going to be coming out. I think there's going to be maybe an updated version of these glasses coming out that they're whispering about, but we'll talk about that on my other platform. But as it sits right now, these have been extremely impressive, guys. So anyway, I think Louis likes them as well. Hey, Louis, what do you think about my Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses?
I'm sure Louis is just happy to be part of the stream. But seriously, it's great that you're excited about the potential of these glasses and technology. Have you tried any of their features yet?
Yes, I use them every single day. I'm actually wearing them right now.
That's awesome. Wearing your Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses every day must be a game changer. How are they enhancing your daily routine?
Well, they allow me to easily record and content, for instance, you know, 1080p portrait oriented video, take photos, ask questions, all of those kind of cool AI related features really come in handy.
Wow, sounds like your Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses are super handy with all those features. It's like having a tech assistant right there on your nose. Must be fun capturing all those moments in such high definition.
All right, guys. So let's move on. If you guys have any questions about the glasses, let me see here. What What is Richard asking? Let me grab my other phone. See what Richard's asking here. All right, so Richard is frames, glasses, feature, translations, visual recognition, web search. Yes, these do basically all the same thing. So they can do visual recognition. They have translation. You can choose the language that they'll translate to in real time. So you have a lot of the similar features as well, Richard. Brilliant Labs, yes. Their frames do have a lot of cool features. Like I said, I'm out there in the space, so I'm talking to a lot of these different brands, and the more of the technology that they make available to me, I will definitely be demoing it for you guys here live, just like what our friend Louis and whatever other tech, whether it's lasers, 3D printers, cameras, lenses, all the stuff we talk about. I want all of us to grow as a community. So I think that's really cool that we have, access to these amazing pieces of tech, and we can share our own experiences with them. And of course, encourage others to use them to create and do amazing things. Louis knows what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel, you guys can kind of see it right here on my desk, which is this little camera right here. And this is from our friends over at eMeet. eMeet sent this camera out to me a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. This is a 4K PTZ camera, and I'm using it to show Louis here on the desk. So whenever I switch over to this part of the desk, that's the camera that you're actually seeing. So the video quality from this camera has been very, very crisp. It's a 4K camera. It has two lenses, guys. It has two lenses. So one lens is for focusing. The second lens is the 4K 30 frames a second lens on that camera. Now, you can actually get this PTZ camera right here on Amazon, guys, today for only $135.99. And like I said, it is a PTZ camera. So what's cool about this camera, even if I don't have a preset set up, I can just move the camera to whatever position I want to move it to. Maybe I want to show you guys something about the laser over here, or I want to bring the camera back over here, to feature, Louis and Meta or whatever is going on my desk, or show you guys something I created. This little camera really comes in handy. Now, where it's really going to be a powerful camera for you is if you're using it as a standard webcam where the camera is facing you. So that means you have a camera, there's a PTZ camera facing you like so, as you guys can see how this camera is facing me here. Or if we go back over to the other camera view here, this camera also is a PTZ camera, but since you can't see me through this camera, I'm going to activate this camera so you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about, being it's a PTZ camera that has some AI features. So as I move around, you guys can see the camera is following me pretty much wherever I go. So if I go down, it'll follow me. If I come up, it'll follow me. If I come forward, it'll kind of back up, or whatever the case it may be. So, having a camera like that, if you don't have a camera person and you are like me moving around all over the place, having a PTZ camera, guys, really, really comes in handy. And, you got some really good prices for what you're going to get here. Again, this is the first PTZ camera I've ever seen that had two lenses facing in the same direction. So I just activated a feature on this camera to get it to zoom out. I can also put up an L like this here, and I can also get the camera to zoom back in. I think I do it like that, and I can get it to zoom back in. Well, it's supposed to zoom back in. Okay, let's just put it back in tracking mode. There we go. All right, let me switch it back over. Hold on, let me fix it real quick here. There we go. Boop. There we go. All right. So you guys get the idea. 60K likes. Yeah. All right, my babies. 60K likes. Y'all making it happen. Y'all making it happen on this Wednesday night. All right, let's see what else we got camera related. So we got another PTZ camera, another small camera, which is right about the same size as this camera. Now, remember, this camera is a 4K variant for $135.99. We also have a 1080p camera. Now, it's from a different brand. This camera here is actually from our friends over at Ozbot. You guys know I talk about the Ozbot cameras all the time. This is the Ozbot Tiny SE. There is a 4K version of this as well as a 1080p variant. This is the 1080p. Again, PTZ camera. It can pan, tilt, and zoom. quarter 20 underneath here. It also has a little integrated little stand that you can easily mount this onto, something if you wanted to mount this maybe on a phone or a tablet or a monitor or whatever the case is going to be. As long as you can plug your USB cable into the other device and it can recognize it, you can use this camera with it. Okay, a lot of cool features, hand gesture control, zoom in, zoom out. There's a remote that's available for this guy as well. And this unit right now, guys, is only $84. Okay, $84 for this really nice, well-built little PTZ camera. You can even mount this camera upside down. If you have limited space, you can still get all of the same features. Maybe you wanted to mount it above you or near a microphone or as a backup B camera or something like that, whatever the case is going to be. So a lot of variations as to the way you can use these cameras, guys. So definitely check it out. For any of my live streamer content creators, DIYers out there, either of the two cameras I mentioned so far will be excellent for you, so definitely check these out. Now, I am a huge fan of PTZ cameras, as many of you know. So we have another PTZ camera back here on my other desk. Now, this desk back here is where I normally shoot a lot of my shoppable videos, kind of facing in that direction. So usually I'm sitting right here looking forward in that direction, and I have a camera set up right here, which is another PTZ camera. Let me show you guys. So this little camera right here, this is the Osbot Pocket 3. Now, this comes with a really nice little built-in screen. I'm going to take it down to the desk and show you guys exactly what you have. But the screen does rotate. Let's take a closer look at it. All right, so here's the camera that we're referring to. Now, I do have the microphone connected here on the back. You can get it with or without this microphone. The bundle that I received did have the microphone. This is the DJI Mic 2. This is a Bluetooth microphone. It also has, a very cool little hidden secret. This one has 32-bit float, guys. That means raw audio. That means you don't have to worry about peaking. If a person is talking too loud, talking too soft, or whatever the case it may be, this little microphone comes in handy. You can connect it to the microphone, to the case magnetically. So it does have magnets here on the back. And you also have, check this out. You got this little clip that comes with it. And that means you can easily, position this on a shirt or blouse or clip it on. It's got a standard clip as well. Like you would normally clip onto a shirt or something like that if you wanted to do that. So a lot of cool flexibility when it comes to this guy. Now, this bundle is... let me highlight it real quick here. This bundle right now, guys, is $927.66. You're going to get the PTZ camera. You're also going to get an extended battery. You're going to receive a secondary mount. You're going to receive a tripod, a little mini tripod, all of those kind of cool things. Now, one of the cool things I like about this camera is that, you have your standard joystick controls right here, a record button, and yes, you're recording directly to the camera. Your USB-C just plugs in right here. This can record 4K 60 frames a second, slow motion up to 120 frames a second. It can do photography work. You can do photo, videos. You can also record and also live stream with this camera, also in portrait orientation. All you have to do is rotate the screen, and then that's going to switch it to 9:16. So you have the option of just easily, with the same camera, guys, with all the same features, PTZ. This is going to be a great little blogger camera. This is going to be a great webcam, product camera. I actually use this camera every single day for my product videos. This is the microphone that I use in most of the videos that I shoot every single day, because it's really easy. I shoot the video on the camera, I transfer the video over to my phone, and then I can airdrop it over to my MacBook if I want to do further editing, or if I just want to do a quick upload, I can just, airdrop it to my phone and then upload it straight to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or wherever I want to, send the video. So really, really nice design. One of my favorite cameras so far this year. So definitely check this out if you guys are looking for a really nice portable blogger camera. Now, this is not a GoPro. I got to emphasize that. So if you're looking for an action camera, and you need an action camera, get yourself a real GoPro, okay? Because this is not a waterproof camera. You're not going to be rugged with this camera. You're not going to be out doing, skydiving and scuba diving and all that kind of stuff. But, if you are, doing moderate things, like recording content, you want a camera that can track a person as they move around, this is going to be a win for you. So definitely check this out. I know the price seems a little bit steep, but I'm telling you guys, for all of the benefits that you're going to get from this camera, especially if you're doing something on a commercial basis, this camera is definitely going to pay for itself. So definitely check this guy out. Again, this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 bundle with the microphone. And yes, it does come with the little dead cat that you can put on the microphone. That little guy just pops in like this. Hold on. Put it on like that. It just clips on like so. And now you have your little wind muff on here. So if you're outdoors recording, you're not going to get all that rustling wind sounds. So really, really cool little design. And like I said, I just got a space right here on my desk where I usually just keep this guy just mounted here facing in the direction that I'm normally going to be recording in. So this just goes right back on here, just like that. Just like that. And when I'm ready to record a video, I just take the microphone off. I clip the microphone on myself. The camera's facing in the right direction. I got one little light right here. I have another light here. I have a background light, this light right here that I use kind of as a separation light, and a few other lights. And then I have this desk set up for, whatever products I want to talk about. So that's how I've been doing it. So if you guys are curious, now you know. Now you know. All right, let's see what else we got. So another cool thing that I did just receive recently is from my friends over at Godox. Okay. Now, as a professional photographer, guys, I use a lot of flashes. Okay. So here's a little pocket flash. Here's another pocket flash that I use. Now, these right here, are the ones that I use pretty much on a commercial basis. These are very powerful for their size. They can be, triggered by a remote control. I can put them pretty much wherever I need them. This little version here, I just received not too long ago from Godox. It is a pretty nice little portable flash, but this is about the size of these flashes, just to give you guys an idea, some kind of reference point. So let's pop over here to the desk. I'm going to show you guys something kind of cool. So let's say this is, the standard size of one of these flashes. Louis is very, intrigued by it. But this is a new flash from Godox, guys. This is the IT20. This is a very small little compact flash. Let me see if I can power this guy on. I don't have it connected to my camera, obviously, but you guys can see it has a little LCD here on the back. You have these little buttons on the back where you can increase or decrease the power. It also comes with some magnetic mounts, for like basic like little gels that just mount right here on the front. Now, this is a universal style. So these are for the most part designed to work with pretty much any camera out there. So I can plug this. Let me grab one of my cameras to show you guys. Hold on. Let me get a camera. All right. So let's say this Sony camera body here. Now, like I said, normally if I was using one of the bigger flashes, that's going to be mounted on the top of the camera. This will be for portrait, all of that kind of stuff. But these smaller flashes, I think this lens is probably too long for this flash, but I'll show you guys how this works. I can just pop this guy in just like that. You guys see now the flash is on here. Let's turn the camera on. Let me go ahead and take off this lens cap here real quick. Now, this is a 90 millimeter macro lens, so it's a little bit harder to get it to focus, but I'm gonna see if I can focus on this microphone here real quick and take a shot. Okay, let me show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so I can see already what I was saying before. You see that little shadow right there? That's letting me know that I'm too close to whatever it is I'm trying to capture because I'm getting shadow from the lens. Okay, so let's try to photograph something a little bit further away. Okay, so we're going to try to photograph something further away, and no, the power is fine. So I'm going to try to get a photo of this camera that's directly here in front of me. So let me frame that up. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, let me take off this lens hood. Let's try that again without the lens hood. Hold on. Okay, so that looks much better. So you guys can kind of see what that looks like, me photographing the camera that's facing me. So yeah, the flash can produce enough power. That's not an issue. So if you have a small compact camera that has a hot shoe that can take a flash, this could be ideal. And this flash is only $44.90, guys. $44.90 for this flash. So just to give you guys a comparison. So like I said, we have this little flash right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this guy off. And I'm gonna grab one of my big flashes. Let me turn this flash off. All right, where's my, okay. All right, so I gotta put a couple of things away first, just so we don't lose anything. So let me put this little cover on the flash back there. All right, so let me grab this flash. So this guy here is a flash that I use, one of the flashes that I use professionally, okay? So when I mount this on the camera and then lock it down in place, you guys can see the difference in the size of this flash. This one has the tiltable head. I can tilt it back. I can rotate it. I can use it as a bounce flash or whatever the case is going to be. Let me go ahead and power this guy on as well. All right, so we got this one now powered up. So I'm just going to take one shot just forward here so you guys can see what the flash looks like. I got to get the camera to focus on something first. Hold on. It doesn't like this. So you guys can see that. And let's go back. And let me show you guys this. So right now, let's see if I can get that pretty close to you guys. You guys can see I just took a photo of my lens. Of my microphone. So I'm going to show you how close we can get to something with this lens as well. All right, so let's see if I can get a really nice macro shot with this. All right. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So that's a really close-up macro shot of the lens, okay? So yes, having a powerful flash is a must-have depending on, what type of photography that you're doing, right? So if I was doing a conference, a wedding, I want to take a photo of my man Louis over here. Let me see if I can get Louis to model for me. Let me see if I can get Louis to model for me. I don't know why Louis turned the other way. Louis, stop turning around. Louis is acting like a real model right now, y'all. Hold on. Let me use the manual focus because Louis is not trying to help me. Okay, Louis, every one of those photos was out of focus. Every one of them was out of focus, but I knew it was going to be out of focus.
That's frustrating when photos turn out blurry. Let's try capturing them again to get the perfect shot.
Okay, let me get something in focus first on the desk.
What can I help you with? Whether it's finding something or just chatting, I'm here.
I think it's going to be hard to focus on Louis with this lens that's on this camera. Hold on. Let me try to get close.
Maybe you just need to adjust the lens a bit. Let's see if we can fix it.
I think I got it. Hold on. Nope, it's too many lights coming from that direction. Let's see if I can go above Louis and get... My lens doesn't want to focus on Louis for some reason. Okay, let's find something else to take a photo of that I know I can focus on. Okay, here's Louis' ball. Let me take a photo of Louis' ball.
I'm ready whenever you find something else to focus on. Let's make sure we capture a great shot next. If there's anything else I can help with, just let me know.
All right, so there's a photo of Louis' ball, really close up. So you guys get the idea. You understand what I'm saying. So the power of the flash does matter. The size of the flash does matter. The size of this head does matter. All of that kind of jazz. So depending on how you're using it, whether you're using it as a bounce flash or using it as, a flash bouncing off of something behind you to turn the wall into a big light source, going forward or whatever the case it is. Yeah. So it's a lot of different things that you can do with these flashes. It just depends on what you're shooting, of course, like anything else. But anyway,
the power and positioning of the flash can indeed make a big difference in how your photos turn out. It's amazing how many creative options you have with different types of flash setups. Have you tried experimenting with different angles or techniques lately?
Yes, I use a variety of different techniques, Louis, for photography. All right, let me move a couple of these.
Photography is such a fascinating hobby. There are endless techniques to explore and moments to capture. Got any cool shots recently?
Well, I thought I was going to get a cool shot of you, but I couldn't seem to get the lens to focus on you. So I think there was just not enough contrast between you and the background light.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes the background light can make focusing tricky. Maybe we can try another angle or adjust the lighting a bit. I'm sure we'll get a great shot next time.
I agree. We'll try it again a little bit later. Maybe in the next stream. We'll try. We'll let you do.
Got it. Let me know if you need anything else later. I'm here whenever you're ready.
Yes, you can model for me in our next stream. How about that, Louis? You want to be a model?
Haha, sure thing. I'll try my best to strike a pose for you.
Do you have any cool glasses you can wear for our photo shoot?
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. A cool pair of glasses can really add some flair to a photo shoot. Ready to give it a try.
Can you show us your virtual sunglasses?
I wish I could rock those virtual sunglasses for the photo shoot, while I can't actually wear them. Let's keep the fun vibes going.
Oh, Louis is so funny. All right, let's see how many items we have left in the carousel. We only got a couple more, so let's go ahead and roll on through these. All right, let me also go back through the comments and make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see, what are some good printers for productions? So Hope, I'm not really sure. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Cooler J. What are some good printers for productions? I'm not sure about that question. So what are you trying to print? Are you looking for a 3D printer? Are you looking for a UV printer, a laser engraver? You're going to have to give me a little bit more detail, for your question, and hopefully I can answer that. Let me go ahead and highlight this question for you guys so you'll see what I'm talking about. Luckily, I just saw that. But anyway, let's see what else we got coming up next. So our next item in the carousel, let's push Louis back here for a second. Let me show you guys the next thing we're going to be taking a look at. And that is this little hotspot here from First Gnome. Now, you can get this hotspot here on Amazon, guys, for $79.99. Now, what's cool about this is a product that's going to allow you to save battery on your phone. If you need a hotspot, you can connect up to 10 different devices to this. Let me show you guys what actually comes in the box. So this is the actual hotspot. Now it does come with a battery. I'm not sure if you can replace this battery or not, but there's a little battery that goes inside of it. It kind of reminds me of like the old school cell phones where you could take the battery out and put another battery in. Richard, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this one has basically the same thing. You can swap out the battery. It's just a little cover right here. And let me see if I can open this up for you guys. So you guys can see that's the battery inside right here. This just pops out. And of course, like I said, if you could purchase more batteries, then you could run this, nonstop. But of course, your USB-C input is right here. So you could plug this into one of these batteries or a portable battery, and you could just run this all day. Now, this does come with rechargeable 1 gigabyte of data per month. And if you need more than 1 gigabyte, you can also purchase different plans that will give you extended data for this. Really easy to turn on. Richard says we have 80K likes. Yeah! All right, y'all, we're rocking and rolling. Now, it does take a few minutes for this thing to power up, but, you know, it is what it is. Once it's on, it's on. You just got to keep running it and, you know, live streaming or downloading, you know, shows or watching movies. Maybe you're out there in the woods or something. This is what the screen looks like. Let me see if I can keep this in focus to show you guys. So you have your battery level, you have your power level, you have a menu button here where you can switch through and see, you know, your I think this one has 5G and 2.4G. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Let me get a little bit closer. So you have your 2.4 and your 5G on here. Now, right now, you guys can see it has 0 megs used. So I've used no data on this. But, you know, again, very portable. It's smaller than a phone. You know, you guys can see here. Let me grab my iPhone here without breaking Louis. So this is the size in comparison to my phone. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, you know, if you have a phone, of course, you can use your phone's data, you know, for a hotspot. And yes, obviously you can, but this is just another option. And this is an option that allows you to also connect up to 10 different devices with this. Now, I have not done a speed test on this to know what the actual download and upload speeds are on this. I'll admit that to you guys. But you know, from all of the things that I've seen about these, you know, they do maintain a pretty, you know, quick download and upload speed. I'll test it later, you know, this week, and maybe I'll even do a short little live stream just to see what the quality is like using one of these devices. But like I said, if you guys are looking for a portable hotspot, of course, it comes with your USB cable, you know, for charging it. That's pretty much everything that comes with it other than the battery. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this device. But if you're doing conferences, you're going out. Oh, I forgot to turn the thing off. I forgot to turn it off. And you already know, Richard, you already know the battery would definitely run down. And then I'll pick this thing up next time and try to figure out why it won't turn on because I forgot to power it off. So anyway, back in the box it goes. Back in the box it goes. But anyway, check this guy out from First Noom. Yeah, really cool, very portable. All right, let's see what else we got. So the next item in the carousel is something that I did purchase myself, and I'm going to show it to you guys here real quick. Now, I have been, you know, live streaming here on Amazon for almost 3.5 years. I started off with, you know, pretty good equipment. You know, as a photographer, I already had good cameras and lenses and all that kind of stuff. But there was things that I didn't have that were going to work well for me, you know, portable, you know, on a portable basis. And I don't know what's going on with this camera right now. Why is it glitching? Okay, let's see if it cleans up. There we go. Okay. So anyway, this monitor that you guys see right here is from a company called Interview. You can actually see the name of it right here on the front. This is a 1080p panel. It's a 15.9-inch panel. I have been using this monitor right here for over 3 years. I turn this camera all the time and I try to show you guys the stack of monitors that I have on the other side of the studio. You know, I have gone through so many monitors that people have sent me to review, you know, double monitors, 2 monitors, you know, on either side of my MacBook, you know, all kind of, you know, monitors that stack, you know, portrait, you know, orientation and all of that stuff. And all of those were very good monitors. But for some reason, guys, I always gravitate back to this monitor right here. This has been, you know, one of my, you know, EDC everyday, you know, creation devices. This monitor, my MacBook Air that's over here, the Rodecaster Pro 2 that's over here, this microphone that I use pretty much on a daily basis, which is the Rode Procaster. So, you know, I have access to a ton of different type of monitors, lights, cameras, but things that I use on a regular basis, those are the things that you guys can always, you know, be sure that I have the utmost confidence in. And this monitor for sure is one of those things that I'm referring to. So definitely check this guy out. I think I paid like $149 for this monitor. I did buy this myself, okay? And you can get the same monitor right now for only $59.99. Now, are there 4K monitors, 2K monitors out there for just a little bit more. Obviously, there are. Okay, but if you don't need a 4K monitor, you don't need a 2K monitor, you're going to be happy with the 1080p monitor. This is a great option for you, and again, it's not going to break the bank. So definitely check this guy out. All right, let's see. We got a couple more things left in the carousel. So the next item in the carousel, I'm just going to talk about that really quickly here, and that is this light, this set of lights that you guys see here. Now, these are from our friends over at Govee. These are LED light strips. So I'm going to show you guys what some of these look like. Let me grab another version of them. And all right. So you guys can see these lights right here. The camera's tracking me. Let me see if I can get this camera to come back around. There we go. All right, so you guys can see these lights right here. Let me turn them on as well. Hold on, give it a second. All right, you guys can kind of see what these look like. So they're kind of lighting up right now. So what's cool about these type of lights is that they're very, very flexible. So you could run these down the seam of a wall, around a table, around a desk. I use these sometimes as background lights. Now, of course, these are Govee lights. These are Govee lights, so that means you're going to be able to use them with the Govee app. You'll be able to change the variety of different modes. They're going to work with Alexa. They're going to work with Google Home. They're going to work with so many different applications. But for all of the mode features, just use your Govee app, and you can change the colors, the pattern, the speed of the way these lights move. Now, this box right here, the lights, you're going to get about 16.4 feet of lights. These are 5 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. Really, really nice design. I like having lights like this in the studio. Now, I have not yet found a permanent place for these lights, but as you guys can see how they're set up, let me go ahead and just power these guys off real quick, because this will be another thing that I will forget to turn off. There we go. But like I said, you can use the Govee app. You can use Alexa. You can use so many different ways to control these lights. And I am powering those lights right now, guys, off of this battery that you see right back here. Okay, so that again is another reason why I was saying, having these portable batteries makes it really easy to power a lot of different things. So yeah, if you're looking for some decorative lights for your man cave, your she shed, your game room, your movie room, maybe just your bedroom, wherever you want to put them. I don't care. Put them in your bathroom. Maybe you want to, really jazz up the bathroom or something like that. Let's see what's going on here. Making sure I'm not missing anybody's comments. I think Richard was talking about the hotspot and the speed of the hotspot. Looks like Richard is saying up to 100 megabits per second, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not light speed or anything like that, but in most cases, it's still going to be faster than your phone. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check those out. All right, so we have 2 more items in the carousel. I already talked about this light a little bit earlier, which is this light right here, and I use this as a background light over here. Actually, let me adjust this camera real quick here, guys. Okay, so this background that you guys see back here is usually the background that I use when I'm recording video, and this little light right here is what I use to create different patterns on that background. So there's a little power button right here, and once you press it to hold it in, it's going to light up green. Then you just rotate it really, really fast. Wait, let me power it back up again. I waited too long. And then you can rotate it really fast, and that will turn the light on. Now, this comes with little snoot and also these little scrims. You get like 25 of these different little scrims. And what's cool about that is it allows you to create all of these different lighting effects. This has 4 base colors, so I can change this to a white, about 5400 Kelvin. I can turn it to a red I can switch it to more of a warm tone, which is going to be around 24 to 3400 Kelvin. And we can also switch it back to blue. So, those are your standard colors. Now, you can also insert gels if you're using this with just your standard white light to create additional lighting color effects. So when I use this here in the studio, I'm putting the light on that background like that. And I'll just have this sitting here on the table, kind of like that. And then from where this camera sits right here looking forward, that's going to give me that, those different light patterns on the background. I mean, like I said, there's a ton of different light patterns that you can switch through with this light. It comes with all these different little scrims, which is really nice. USB-C chargeable. It has 2 quarter-20s, one underneath and one here on the back as well. So you could mount this light upside down. You could mount it facing forward. Now, another thing that I use with these lights, now the light itself is only $52.99, okay? This is going to be a great combination I'm about to show you guys right now, so take notes. So you have your background light, and to really jazz up your scene, you can use something like this guy right here, which is a fog machine. Now, this fog machine is the CL5. This one comes with 2 different heads. It comes with the little spout right here with the little sponge. Now, this is cool for like doing that dry ice effect. And then you also have this version of it here where it has an LED light built into it and an additional secondary fan. So let me show it to you first what it looks like with just the fan on. Let me go ahead and power this guy on. And this also rotates like that, about 30 degrees. So let's go ahead and power this on. It does have a little LCD right here as well. And you can increase or decrease the fan and the amount of fog that goes out.
How's everything going on your side?
All right, let me get Louis to calm down for a second. All right, so I'm gonna bring the fog up, but I'm gonna leave the fan alone. Well, let me switch the fan up as well. All right, so now that I have this on, now I'm gonna turn this head on here, and I'm gonna bring that fan up as well. You guys should be able to hear the fan. And then I'm also gonna turn on the LED light, and I can change that color. You can just keep clicking through until you find a color that you like. And you got a variety of different colors. You see it's going to amber. There's a green. There's a blue. So we'll just leave it on the blue for right now. So now I can just press this button right here, which is the play button. And it's going to start producing fog, as you guys see. So if you were doing a product video, or you wanted to have a little bit of atmosphere, maybe you're doing some photography, videography, you want the light to go through it. So if you look at these lights back here, you could just imagine, if this fog was coming kind of from an angle, and you were, working with a product or whatever the case it might be, and you'd be able to, able to show this right now in the scene. So this could be super, super cool using this, this flash. It's almost like a flashlight if you want to think about it from that perspective. But yeah, really nice design, guys. All right, let me go ahead and switch this guy around. Oops, there we go. So you have the option of using it this way, or also, like I mentioned before, you have the other little head. So we're going to take this head off, and I'm going to place the other head on. And let me show you guys that as well. So this is what it looks like. So if we go back over here to Louis' little table, now we can drop some fog right here on Louis' desk. And we could kind of make it real spooky. Check that out. I don't know how Louis feels about that, but there we go. So we got the cool little spooky light thing going on. And if we bring our light back over, now we got all of these cool lighting effects, guys. So definitely check this out. All right, so let me go ahead and turn this light off. All right, and also let me power off my fog machine as well. All right, there we go. So hopefully you guys were entertained, inspired, and educated to some degree on tonight's live stream. If that's the case, then I have done my job. Richard says we have 100K likes. What? What is really going on? All right, my babies. All right, guys, we got one item left in the carousel, and that is this drawstring backpack. You guys know why I have this in the carousel every single night, is so that I can inspire you guys to do good in the world. This backpack, guys, can be used for a variety of things. You could use it for reusable shopping bags, storage bags, day trip bags, whatever. Or you could use it the way we use them, where we buy a bunch of items right here on Amazon, guys. We buy toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, socks, all of those different things we can donate to our homeless communities. And we just gift them one of these bags. You know, when we see somebody out there in the world looking for help, this is a win. All right, my babies. So it's time for me to go ahead and wrap it up for the night so I can get ready to start making dinner. Let Smokey out. I think we got a little storm rolling in, possibly. I think I hear some thunder. All right, guys. I will be back here in 48 hours, guys. Right back here on Amazon and on YouTube. So I'm playing with Louie's little ball. What did I do with the? Oh, there we go. Woo! I almost lost it. Woo! It's gonna be one of them nights. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, my babies. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones, get out there and create something amazing in the world each and every single night, babies. Every single night. Do good in the world. Encourage others to do good as well. Be a good human. All right, guys, it's time for me to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. But like I said, I will be back here on Friday night hanging out with you guys. But if you can't wait till then, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, one of those platforms, and I got you. You know I always respond whenever you guys have questions for me. But until then, my babies, it's time for me to say them magic words. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, 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 my babies. Don't forget to follow my man Richard over there on TikTok. Richard, drop that link, baby. Drop that link. Drop it like it's hot, Richard. Drop it like you made some hot apple pie and you were just throwing it in your face. And you're like, whoo, that's so hot. That's so hot, Rome. But it was good, too, at the same time. So drop it. There we go. There's Richard's link, guys. Make sure you're following Richard over on TikTok because that's where you shall find the bloopers. Yes, the bloopers. All right, my babies, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night, but I love y'all. And I gots to go. Peace. I'm out.